One of the ideas that we had was to create an authority, because we operate as a regional um, public access station, not just reaching the folk in the city of York, but we reach 100,000 households in 55 of York County's 72 municipalities. And we thought that because the stations exist as a result of a franchise agreement negotiated by the city, that that's why those channels exist. That since we reach 55 municipalities, that we should have a more regional operation in terms of the governing of the operation of the station, and that's why we were trying to negotiate a regional authority where the city's contractual relationship with the cable company, the franchise agreement, and all the equipment and the infrastructure that we've built would be leased to, so to speak, a regional authority, and a regional authority would operate. And we weren't able to do that. As a result of adding value to the community, though, the county commissioners recently recognized that White Rose Community Television was important. And not that we were important, but the fact that we were the vehicle in which they had another way to talk to people in York County, that they budgeted in 2011, I believe it was $30,000 for offsetting some of the costs of operating White Rose Community Television. I think the county commissioners are forward-thinking. I think they're great leaders. The small contribution that they're making in 2011 is important. We're not building a new studio. What we're doing is Comcast has asked us for a number of years to no longer be co-located in their facility. Much of the things that we do require opening the doors for volunteers to come in after hours. The shared studio that we shared with the previous cable provider for 20 years was turned into a tech center / lecture room, meeting room. And what White Rose Community Television did was put up a couple cameras in our broadcast terminal facilities to continue doing live programming. So we've always worked with limited funds to do what we do. So the idea of having to move from here isn't that we had to move the studio from here. It was that we had to move the connections and the broadcast facility from here. We use the word moving the studio because it's an easy way for people to get their head around the idea, the complexity of the connections and all those kinds of things. Cost of having a staff person here has to be borne by someone else. And so I calculated the number of times that after-hour use of the studio was there, and that it was $15 an hour, and that'll be a user fee. So the user fee is to help offset the operating costs. I do believe that user fees will have a chilling effect on free speech and public access. I do believe that user fees are a necessary effort to lower the burden on city taxpayers, and it's something that has to be done. About 3 years ago, we started a process of sponsorships. Because we were non-commercial and we cannot do advertising, we can ask, the producers of shows can ask for underwritings. And we have a number of shows that do that. Now We're Cooking, the Medical Society, Pathway Community Church, send in a check. Free Thought Forum, the Atheist Viewpoint, send in a check to the city of York, small amounts to offset and support the programming that they appreciate.